Chapter 11, Quadratics. Pause the video and have a go at examples 1 to 6. We're going to look at solving quadratic equations. If you look back at chapter 7, which is called Factorizing Quadratics, if you don't know what you're doing there, go back and revise chapter 7. If you're happy with chapter 7, how to factorize quadratics, you can listen on. So before we go into the examples, we're going to look at this little fact here. If a times b equals 0, where a is a number and b is a number, if you know one number times by another number gives the answer 0, then the possibilities are that either a would be 0, because a times something is 0, or b is 0, a times 0 would be 0. Indeed, both could be 0 at the same time. 0 times 0 is 0. So we're going to get equations where this looks similar to this idea. And we have to then make the jump that if we get this format, a could be 0 or b could be 0. So let's look at example 1. We've got a bracket multiplied by another bracket and it gives the answer 0. So this could be considered to be your a, the first bracket, and the second bracket could be considered to be your b. If indeed these two brackets times to give 0, it must be true then that the first bracket would be 0. That is the x plus 2 equals 0. Or the second bracket must be 0. The x minus 3 equals 0. Okay? Then, if the first bracket is equal to 0, that gives us an equation that says that x plus 2 is 0. And we can solve that by taking 2 off both sides to give x equals 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. The other equation says that x minus 3 is 0. We add 3 to both sides, and that tells us that x could be 3. So x is minus 2 or x is 3. If you put these into the original equation, you should get the answer 0. Let's just do it for 3 because it's easy. 3 plus 2 is 5, so the first bracket would be 5. 3 minus 3 would be 0, and 5 times 0 is 0, so it works. Okay? Number 2 looks a wee bit different, but effectively you've got an x multiplied by a bracket. So the x would be considered to be your a, and the bracket would be considered to be your b. And we're saying when we multiply these two things together, we're getting 0. So that means that the a, or in this case the x, is 0, or the b, in this case the x minus 7, the bracket, is 0. Now that's solved and nothing to do there. X could be 0. Or, if x minus 7 is 0, we solve that equation by adding 7 to both sides to get x equals 7. Notice before we go on here, we're getting two solutions. Quadratic equations quite often give you two answers. Okay? It's not a case of one or the other. They both work, they both solve the equation. Okay, if we go to number 3, this isn't one thing multiplied by another thing because it's not factorized. It's actually a difference between two terms. What we can do is factorize it to make it look like equation 1 or equation 2. So if we factorize out this one, we can see that x is a common factor, and we bring out x into a single bracket. X times x is x squared, and x times minus 5 is minus 5x, and that equals 0. And now we've got something multiplied by something else to give 0. So same format as example 2, in which case the x could equal 0 or the x minus 5 equals 0. If x minus 5 equals 0, we add 5 to both sides to get x is 5. Again, we have two solutions. Now it gets a bit harder again. This time, we don't have two things times together, we've got a quadratic, but we can factorize this into double brackets, like example 1, to look like this. How do we do that? That's where a revision of the chapter 7 comes in. So we can sort of write it down but ignore the equals 0 for a minute. We're just going to factorize x squared minus 8x plus 15. To factorize a quadratic, we can remember team. We're looking for two numbers which times to give the end number, which is 15, the end number of this quadratic expression on the left hand side, and add to give the middle number, which is minus 8. So what two numbers times to give minus 15 and add to give minus 8? The answer is minus 5 and minus 3. So we put in x at the start of both brackets, because if you expand out x times x, that will give you the x squared. And then you put in these two numbers into the other side of the bracket. And if you expand that out, it should give you this if we've done it correctly. This factorized form is great for solving the equation, because when it's written out like this, we can say that either this would be 0 or this is 0, using the same idea or same principles as example 1. So the x minus 5 is 0, or the x minus 3 is 0. If we add 5 to both sides, we find out the first solution is x is 5. If we add 3 to both sides in the second one, we get the second solution, that x is 3. Okay, so if you're asked to solve a quadratic equation, which is what this is, you actually should think factorize first. Factorize and then makes the solving easier. You cannot use the methods that you've used for solving linear equations. It just won't work. There's no point in taking 15 off both sides. Before going on, just want to show you all of these questions and notice what's special. Every one equals 0. So this is using the idea that two things times together to give 0. So if you don't have 0 on the right hand side, you can't be using this technique. So you must make sure the equation is equal to 0 and then start doing all the stuff that we've looked at in these examples. Okay, make sure the quadratic is equal to 0. Okay, number 5. We can use team for that one to factorize. It's not a single bracket. There's no common factor. But you might notice it to be the difference of two squares. X times x is x squared, and 7 times 7 is 49. Put a plus or a minus in there to give 7 times minus 7 is minus 49. Okay, if that's true, then the first bracket could be equal to 0. And if we take 7 off both sides, we get x is minus 7. Or the second bracket is equal to 0. So if we add to both sides, we get x equals 7. Number 6, x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. So it's double brackets, because it's a quadratic that can be factorized. There's no common factor. It'll be x and x. Expanding the x times the x will give us the x squared. How do we get these two numbers? We need to do our team. Times to give the end number, the end of this quadratic, which is minus 10. Add to give the middle number, which is 3. And what two numbers times to give that? Well, we're going to have a 5 and a minus 2. So that would be x plus 5 and x minus 2. Okay, same process as before. Either the first bracket equals 0 or the second bracket equals 0. Solving the first equation, take 5 from both sides. We get x is minus 5. Solving the second equation, add 2 to both sides, and you get x is 2. Okay, went through that quite quickly, but hopefully you can pause and go at your own pace and it was useful.